Welcome back to the Season 2 of the Yahoo Cup Series, race fans. Race 4 will be taking place on a much more different track than what these drivers are used to. The Charlotte Roval has many passing opportunities for the drivers to take advantage of, however they must be precise about these passes or else things can get very chaotic. From constantly transitioning from the main Charlotte Oval, then returning back to the road course, these cars will be under a lot of strain here today. With the race preview out of the way, let's check out our ones to watch. Daniel Suarez is starting up towards the front today. He needs a really good outing to move up towards the front of the point standings, as he is currently towards the back half right now. Bubba Wallace is not usually up front at road courses, and he also needs a really good outing. Hopefully he can stay where he starts today. Michael McDowell is always really strong at road courses. He has to work his way up to the front of the pack a little bit. He's having a really strong season right now. And DoorDash Cup Series was able to claim the 29 car for this week's event, and remember to comment to be in the next race. Now let's get to pit road to get the command.
Drivers, start your engine!
As these cars roll off of pit road, let's get our starting lineup. In row 1, we have Tyler Reddick and Christopher Bell. Row 2, it's Daniel Suarez and Bubba Wallace. And then in row 3 is Kyle Busch and AJ Allmendinger. Row 4 has Joey Logano and Chase Elliott, with row 5, Denny Hamlin and Ty Gibbs, Joe Gibbs' teammates. Row 6 is Martin Truex and Ross Chastain. Then in row 7 is Michael McDowell, William Byron, two guys having a strong season so far. Row 8 is Austin Dillon, Alex Bowman. Row 9 will be Ryan Blaney, Ryan Preece. Row 10 is Brad Keselowski and DoorDash Cup Series, with row 11 having Chris Buescher and Eric Almirola. Row 12 is Kevin Harvick, Eric Jones, and behind them in row 13 will be Corey LaJoie and Justin Haley. Row 14 is Carson Hocevar and Ricky Stenhouse, and in row 15 will be BJ McLeod and Austin Cindric. Row 16 is Chase Briscoe, Harrison Benton, with row 17 having Todd Gillen and Jimmy Johnson. Row 18 is Connor Daly making another appearance here, and JJ Yeley. Then rounding out the field in row 19 is Kyle Larson and Ty Dillon. The overview for the Charlotte Motor Speedway is that this is a half oval, half road course. It's about 2 1/3 mile long. It's an 8-lap event, and we'll have the stage break here at lap 4. It's going to be a chaotic race, or it might be a clean race, and the leader might be able to get away. We'll see what happens. Here's your field, ready to take the green flag here. And green flag is in the air. Tyler Reddick and Christopher Bell will lead them into turn 1, as Tyler Reddick's already going to clear Bell for the lead, as Daniel Suarez tries to get to the inside for second, but Bell's going to be able to clear him coming out of the first hairpin. Bubba gets back to the inside of Suarez. As we're approaching the second hairpin, Tyler Reddick remains to the lead. Bell in second. Suarez will probably clear Bubba as, Joey Logano already gets spun out by Denny Hamlin. Unfortunate for Logano, as he needed a strong point stay. As Allmendinger's cracked the top 5 now, getting by Kyle Busch, I believe, for 5th. As it's clean up front, though, as Reddick will lead, Bell, Suarez, Bubba, and Allmendinger all single file. As Tyler Reddick coming out of the second chicane, he will lead lap 1, but Bell's going to try and look to the inside here for the lead. As they're side by side going through the turns 1 and 2, as Allmendinger looking under Bubba for 4th, but Reddick's going to maintain the lead going through the hairpin. As Suarez gets to the inside, trying to get to second, as he's almost going to get there, but Bell's going to be able to fight back on the inside. Allmendinger still trying to get 4th away from Bubba Wallace. As Chase Elliott's through the field, Kyle Busch dropping back a little bit. Tyler Reddick will remain in the lead as we approach the first chicane. As Suarez is still side by side with Bell, looks like he's going to be able to clear though. As they were 3 wide back there, Bubba Wallace falling outside the top 5. Allmendinger and Elliott side by side for 4th now. As Reddick still in the lead, Suarez up to 2nd, Bell falling back to 3rd. Allmendinger and Elliott side by side. We already have a caution. We have our first crash here today. So it looks like Ross Chastain and Austin Dillon will be involved, with Ty Gibbs possibly being involved in some retaliation here. Let's look at the replay. Ty Gibbs just seemed to have sent Chastain into the turn. Austin Dillon having nowhere to go, as Dillon was having a strong run. He really needed a good point stay here to move up to the field with the points. But we'll have to see what NASCAR does about Ty Gibbs, as he just sent Chastain in retaliation into the turn, and Austin Dillon having nowhere to go. As it looks like Ty Gibbs will be disqualified from the race for intentionally wrecking Ross Chastain, as here we have pit stops here. Some of the leaders coming in for fresh tires. Christopher Bell led him down pit road. He leads them out of pit road, as here's the field exiting pit road. Let's see where they come out. Bell stays in first off of pit road. Kyle Busch and Truex both getting positions. Bubba losing more positions on pit road. Bowman moving up. Byron Keselowski staying. Michael McDowell lost a spot on pit road. Him and Bowman swapped positions. As here's your field choosing their lanes. Reddick and Suarez will still be first and second, as Allmendinger, Hamlin, and Elliott all gain positions as Christopher Bell came to pit road. And green flag is back in the air here, as Tyler Reddick's already going to clear for the lead again. He seems to have a pretty strong car, as Daniel Suarez is going to clear for second, Allmendinger and Hamlin side by side for third. As Blaney is now up there trying to get a good point size. Oh, Tyler Reddick braked late. He locked up the front tires. Suarez is able to get to the inside for the lead. Tyler Reddick might not be able to get the stage win after dominating the first half of the race. Allmendinger is clear for third. Elliott trying to get fourth away from Hamlin. We'll have to see what happens. Suarez looks to be clear of Reddick, moves him up the track there to get the lead. As Reddick almost turns Suarez. And it looks like Reddick's not even going to win the stage. Allmendinger is going to get through to win the stage. Reddick second, Elliott third, Suarez fourth, Hamlin fifth, as Suarez has now fallen outside the top 5 as he got stuck out on 3 wide outside. As Allmendinger now clear for the lead. Reddick has fallen to second. Elliott and Hamlin still side by side, but Elliott's going to clear Hamlin there. So it looks like DoorDash Cup Series is going to be able to crack the top 5. This is the first time all season we've seen the 29 car be this far up at the pack other than the Daytona 500. As Suarez, he continues to lose even more positions as there's a lot of contact there. As Allmendinger is still in the lead. Elliott's side by side now with Reddick for second, looking like he's going to be able to clear Reddick coming through these turns. As DoorDash Cup Series is past Hamlin for fourth. As Elliott now is going to be able to he's trying to chase down Allmendinger for the lead. So we go through the hairpin here, single file pretty far through the field. Chris Buescher has started outside the top 20. He's about to be in the top 5, side by side for fifth. As we see Kyle Busch starting to get pretty close to the front. Allmendinger still in the lead. Elliott second. As they're 3 wide, Kyle Busch makes an aggressive 3 wide move there. But Buescher's going to be able to clear. Maybe no. Busch gets his inside. Hamlin outside the top 5 now. As Allmendinger is still leading, but Elliott looks like he's going to try and sneak to the inside for the lead. Yeah, we have a battle for the lead now. As DoorDash Cup Series gets to the inside, Reddick with a battle for third. Kyle Busch has entered the top 5 while he is side by side for Buescher. Allmendinger is going to be able to fight back against Elliott, but it's not going to work. Elliott stays side by side going to the second hairpin. As Reddick stays at third, but DoorDash Cup Series does a crossover move. Kyle Busch finally clears Buescher. He's trying to get the draft and he's going to make a 3 wide move. He makes another 3 wide move here to gain some positions, trying to get to third. Elliott's going to be able to clear Allmendinger. I completely forgot about the battle for the lead. Elliott clears Allmendinger for the lead. As we're coming to the white flag here. Allmendinger crosses Elliott back over. Kyle Busch is clear for third. Christopher Bell back up to the top 5. As they're side by side for the lead between Elliott and Allmendinger. Going through the hairpin. Kyle Busch is now going to get to the inside of Allmendinger. As Elliott stays in the lead. Going through the second hairpin. Elliott in the lead. Allmendinger, Buescher side by side. Allmendinger, Busch side by side. Bell is up to fourth. As here comes Bowman. He's into the top 5. Where did Bowman come from? Kind of been quiet all day. Now he's in the top 5. But Elliott's still in the lead. Busch and Allmendinger side by side for second still. It looks like Christopher Bell's going to make a 3 wide move for second, try to get some points. But coming through the final chicane, Chase Elliott will be able to win at the Charlotte Roval. As we have a crash coming across the line. Ryan Blaney looks like he's going to be able to hold on to a top 10 while spinning across the start-finish line. But what a clean, crazy race. As there was only 1 caution, surprisingly. As we thought it was going to be a much more chaotic race here at the Charlotte Roval. As Chase Elliott's going to be able to maintain the lead over a hard-charging Kyle Busch and Christopher Bell to win at the Charlotte Roval. He gets his second career win in the Yahoo Cup Series. Here's your finishing results. Elliott, Busch, Bell, Allmendinger, Bowman, DoorDash Cup Series, Buescher, Reddick, McDowell, and Blaney being your top 10. Some strong runs for these guys who are both far down in the points and higher up in the points. As Hamlin was not able to hold on to a top 10, going to end up 11th. Our current points leader, William Byron, ends up in 12th. As Daniel Suarez ended up 19th after just getting mixed up in a lot of chaos in the middle of the pack. As here's the rest of the field. Logano, after getting spun early, could never recover, ends up 30th. Chastain getting wrecked gets the 29th. As Ty Gibbs is going to unfortunately finish last after just getting his first career win at Bristol. As here is the point standings. William Byron will maintain the points lead with McDowell in second. McDowell having an insanely good season so far. As Kyle Busch moves to third. Both RFK guys stay in the top 10. As the 29 fan car moves up into the top 10. As here's Alex Bowman. He's moved up to 11th. Hamlin up in the top 15 in points now after having a decent race. Allmendinger in the top 20 as well. And Bubba Wallace has entered the top 20. As Kyle Larson and Martin Truex still looking for that spark that they have not been able to find, as they have all just had unfortunate runs in a lot of these races. Same for Ryan Blaney, but he was able to have a decent day here at the Roval. And the rest of the field, Joey Logano has had a catastrophe of a season here, as he is outside the top 30 in points. Hopefully he can turn it around in the next race at the Charlotte Motor Speedway.